Have you ever wondered what makes us who we are? Each of us is shaped by the societal, cultural, and gendered roles and expectations we navigate in our lifetime. The same is true for the truly revolutionary Virginia Woolf, whose thoughts and ideas about women's writing and liberation left an indelible mark on the feminist movements that were to come thereafter. Today, on her birthday, we dwell on how her extraordinary essay, A Room of One's Own, born out of lectures, came into being, and how it continues to be a seminal text in the present times. Virginia was born on 25th January 1882 as Virginia Stephen to wealthy and well-connected parents, Sir Leslie Stephen, a famous critic, and Julia Stephen, a beautiful woman. She was the seventh child and was homeschooled for most of her life. Her mother's death when she was quite young, her brother's death, and her father's death when she was 22 cast a gloom over her, and she was prone to episodes of mental breakdowns after that. She was discriminated when it came to her own education, and this left a lasting impression on her. However, she made the best possible use of her circumstance and mingled with the Cambridge intellectuals and scholars that her brothers mixed with. Virginia, along with her brothers and friends, formed the famous Bloomsbury Group that discussed the art, politics, and literature of the times. Virginia married Leonard Woolf, one of the members of the group, in 1912. The political and sexual freedom of this group had a considerable influence on Virginia's own life and works. Virginia started writing and soon came out with a slew of sensational novels such as The Voyage Out in 1915, Mrs. Dalloway in 1925, To the Lighthouse 1927, Orlando 1929, and The Waves in 1931. In her writings, she revolutionized the modernist form and mastered the art of using the stream of consciousness technique, for which she is widely venerated today. However, it is a series of lectures compiled into a book of essays called A Room of One's Own that has left its everlasting mark on her readers. Looking back on the literary legacy of women writers, Woolf asserted that there is hardly any record of the women writers, their life, choices, and proclivities. Neither are women represented truly and realistically by the men writers who were her predecessors. She focuses on the importance of women writing women faithfully. She brings to the fore Shakespeare's fictional sister Judith, a woman with surprising wit perhaps, and a ready penchant for writing, whose voice had perhaps been subdued, her being suffocated, finally driven to suicide because her dreams were crushed by the way the society is aligned along gendered norms. Woolf acknowledges the greater freedom women have now and insists on making full use of it if one is to forge a literary career or any career for that matter. This fine work is a rousing call for the financial independence for women. Only a life of financial security can bring about the freedom of choice and intellectual expression. However, she does not pin blame on a certain group for the existing state of affairs, rather points the finger at the social system around which the roles of men and women were charted. Her drive towards equality and share of roles and responsibilities is something which gives a lot of clarity to the feminist thinkers after her and shaped the second wave of feminism. To this end, we owe Woolf a huge debt of gratitude, because she clearly espouses a simple solution to most social and creative inequities, something that helped later feminists and thinkers to observe the world around them and propound thoughts with clarity and sharpness, creating a literary legacy. All I could do was to offer you an opinion upon one minor point. A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction, and that, as you will see, leaves the greater problem of the true nature of woman and the true nature of fiction unsolved.